Here's a familiar friend. Henry, I bet you could even read this now. It's Mr. Putter and Tabby. Make a wish. And we know this is Zeke, her Tabby's friend. But I don't think we've read this one. Chapter 1. Good heavens! It was a beautiful morning. Mr. Putter and his fine cat Tabby were eating raisin crumpets and apple jam and reading the morning paper. Mr. Putter looked at the date of the paper. October 2nd. Good heavens, Tabby, said Mr. Putter. It's my birthday. Tabby looked at Mr. Putter and purred. She was a little messy from the apple jam, but she was glad it was Mr. Putter's birthday, if birthdays meant apple jam. Mr. Putter put the paper down and began to think. He thought of all those many birthdays, especially from when he was a little boy. He had loved birthdays then. He always got a really good present, like a scooter or a model plane kit. He got a cake with candles, and he got balloon, and he had company. Birthdays were perfect days. Oops, skipped a page. But now Mr. Putter was old. Too old for scooters, and too old for model plane kits, and too old for balloons. And too old for a cake with candles. He would need a fire hose to put them out. Mr. Putter was just too old for a birthday. He would not think about it. He would not think about cake. He would not think about balloons. He would not think about model airplane kits. He would just enjoy his breakfast with Tabby instead. More jam, Tabby? Asked Mr. Putter. Tabby purred. Jam was nice. Jam was fine. Mr. Putter would just have more jam. Chapter 2. Can you wait? Mr. Putter couldn't help it. He wanted more than jam for his birthday. I am too old for birthdays, Tabby, said Mr. Putter, but I want one anyway. Okay, just to cut in here for a second. Grandma's getting older. I'm 67. I'll be 68 on my next birthday, which is older. I don't think you're ever too old for birthdays. I mean, Arnie's birthday, she was 90. She didn't feel too old for a birthday. She loved it. Okay, that's the aside. Mr. Putter wanted a birthday even though he felt he was too old. Do you think he's too old for a birthday? I don't either. I don't think there's such a thing. Mr. Putter decided that at least he could have some company. So he would invite his friend Mrs. Teaberry and her good dog Zeke to tea. Mr. Putter called Mrs. Teaberry. He told her it was his birthday, and he invited her to tea. Wonderful, said Mrs. Teaberry, but first I have to do the dishes. Can you wait? Mr. Putter said he could wait. He finished reading the paper, and Mrs. Teaberry phoned. I have to curl my hair, she said. Can you wait? Mr. Putter said he could wait. He took a little snooze, and Mrs. Teaberry phoned. I have to unclog a tub, she said. Can you wait? Mr. Putter said he could wait. He read a book, and then Mrs. Teaberry phoned. I have to find Zeke's ball, she said. Can you wait? Mr. Putter said he could wait. I think he's getting a little tired of waiting. clipped his nails. And Mrs. T-Berry called again and said, I'll be there soon. Can you wait? Mr. Putter wanted to say no. Mr. Putter wanted to say, it's my birthday and I can't wait. That's what he wanted to say. But Mr. Putter was nice and he said he could wait, even though he didn't want to. Mr. Putter was getting older by the minute, and soon it would be tomorrow, and tomorrow was somebody else's birthday. Mr. Putter looked at Tabby, who was curled up in a bowl. So far, this is a very strange birthday, Mr. Putter said to Tabby. Chapter 3, Finally. Mr. Putter thought Mrs. T-Berry and Zeke would never come to tea. Oh, he thought he would have to wait forever. He thought he would be waiting until his next birthday. It was so hard to wait. But finally, the doorbell rang, and Mr. Putter opened the door. Surprise! It was Mrs. T-Berry and Zeke, and Mrs. T-Berry was carrying an enormous cake loaded with dozens of candles. Zeke had a present around his neck and balloons tied to his tail. I had to make you wait, said Mrs. T-Berry, so I could bake a cake. Mr. Putter looked at all the candles. I'll need a fire hose, he said, to put those out. When tea was served and he had opened his presents, a model plane kit, Mr. Putter blew out all of his candles. It took 5 big breaths, plus some help from Mrs. T-Berry's hat, but he got them all out. Mr. Putter and Tabby and... I just skipped a page. Did you make a wish? Asked Mrs. T-Berry. Mr. Putter looked at Tabby and at Mrs. T-Berry and at Zeke. And he couldn't think of anything to wish for. He had everything, even a model airplane kit. Mr. Putter and Tabby and Mrs. T-Berry and Zeke ate cake for days and days and days. And Mr. Putter built his model plane almost perfectly. He just got a little mixed up on the tail. It had been such a wonderful birthday. Of all the birthdays in Mr. Putter's long life, this one really had been worth the wait. It was worth the wait. He had such a nice time and such a nice cake. And look at that. At the very end of this story, there's a thank you note. It says, Dear Mrs. T-Berry and Zeke, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sincerely, Mr. P and T. That's the end. That was a good birthday after all. Love you guys.